Alright guys, I'm back. I know I've been all over the place here right now and I haven't really been active in making videos and whatnot and all that kind of stuff, but I'm not sure if this video is going to be quick or if it's going to be short. My intention is for it to be short because I know people tend to lose interest when videos are a little longer than they should be. The reason why I say that I don't know if my video is going to be long or short is because I don't script my videos before I write. I kind of just speak. Excuse me, that while it was vile. I speak out of my ass and I say shit and I see what you guys think. What's better than spur of the moment? But the video topic that I wanted to bring up right now is this current issue regarding stop, question, and frisk. And I say stop, question, and frisk because a lot of people seem to disregard the question aspect of stop and frisk when they say stop and frisk. There's questioning going on in there. They're not just stopping and frisking people. I mean, most officers aren't doing that sort of thing. I mean, again, there are people who are going to abuse the policy because all right, we got to talk about this. The reason why I put policy in quotes like that is mainly because it's not really a policy. It's more of a strategy or a tactic. I mean, the regulations just come from cases like Terry versus Ohio. You guys can look that up. I might even put a link in the description below. Um, No, but I mean, there's a lot of discrepancies. I mean, they're trying to figure out. I think it's going to federal court right now. They're trying to decide whether or not stop, question, and frisk is constitutional. Um, which, to be honest with you, I don't really find that much of an issue with it. I know, hear me out, because I know there's going to be a lot of people that are saying they're racially targeting people, and officers do that. I'm not saying that doesn't happen. But a lot of this crime that is occurring is happening in minority communities, and minorities are victims of crimes as well. I mean, they're not just capable of committing crimes. Although the statistics heavily show that African Americans and Hispanics are heavily targeted when it comes to stop, question, and frisk. They're also the most prominent victims in gun violence and drug violence. Crimes related to guns and drugs and stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff going on that people don't really take into account when they just say, oh, stop, question, frisk, bad thing, let's write it off. Now, is are there things that could be fixed? Of course, definitely. I mean, I think the way they're enforcing the procedures and all that kind of stuff, things need to change. I mean, just thinking about it alone, when you get stopped, uh, well, first of all, let's talk about what stop, question, and frisk is. I know a lot of people, many of you might not even know. I mean, I'm not saying that you guys are dumb or anything, but I'm just saying some people might not know, what stop, question, and frisk is. Um, there is a difference here. Stop, question, you have the ability to stop somebody on the grounds of reasonable suspicion, not probable cause. Reasonable suspicion is when you have the reason to believe that somebody is about to commit a crime or has already committed a crime or will commit a crime and all that nonsense and stuff like that. That's reasonable suspicion. You could stop them at that point and question them. And at that point, if things escalate, it's they have to respond to your questions and all that kind of stuff. Like you can detain them at that point. Um, the frisking part that does not come in until you feel as if your life is in danger. That is probable cause for arrest. Well, let me say this: you have probable cause to arrest them if you you discover a weapon, or when you're searching for a weapon, come across contraband or any other sort of stuff that could be mistaken for a weapon that's illegal. So, let's say, because the nature of frisking in general is for the officer's safety or for the safety of the community around, the situation. That's all that frisking, that's all that should be done during frisking. That's it. Um, you're looking for a weapon. If you come across something that, you thought was a weapon or, something that you thought could have been in, you as the officer, you come across something that could potentially be a weapon that, you're not exactly sure, and it happens to be contraband or something like that. Like you can't willingly search for contraband and go in their pocket and say, "Gotcha, bitch," and arrest them. Like, you know what I mean? That's violating the Fourth Amendment. That's a whole other issue. Um, I mean, I can go on for a little bit with this. I'm gonna try to keep it short and simple, but um, that's basically the nature of stop, question, and frisk. But what What was I gonna say? Shit. See, this is why I really should start writing shit down. Um, I think that a lot of the problems, the community is definitely, there are parts of the communities here in New York that are very outraged by, how the officers are conducting these stop questions and frisks because they're questioning. Some of them are just questioning people. I mean, some of them aren't questioning people and just skipping right to the frisking part, and you cannot do that. That is an infringement on the 14th Amendment. I mean, because the infringement comes from them doing this based on their race. They're saying, oh, they're African American, they're more likely to be carrying a gun or being involved in illegal gang-related activity or whatever the case may be. And like I said, that's a violation of the 14th Amendment, which would be that would fall into equal protection under the law and stuff like that. I can't speak English tonight because it's been a long night. Trust me, guys. It's 9:30. Everyone's tired. It's just been ugh. But so where was I going with this? I mean, I personally don't see the issues that I would fix if I was on the city council writing for if I was making legislation for this or whatever the case may be. I would say a couple things. One, I would definitely make it mandatory for police to have proper training in regards to, maybe they could have more, like, I guess, this is kind of a stretch, but more preparation in terms of how to not racially profile somebody, because I know some officers may be racially biased and not even realize it, or whatever the case is, they need more training in that regards. They need a system to, if they do find that somebody is profiling the community, like one of these officers is conducting stop questions and frisks in a wrongful manner, the problem needs to be addressed and almost immediately because it's an issue. Another issue that comes up is that it's as of right now it's only a courtesy to tell the person why you're stopping them, why you're questioning them, and possibly why you're frisking them. Frisking doesn't necessarily lead to arrest. I mean, and even if it does lead to arrest, that doesn't necessarily mean the person is guilty. And just because you're arrested does not mean you're convicted of a crime. People need to also set that apart from one another, but that's another, I mean, I can go on for hours with this, but this is already running 7 minutes and 30 seconds, so I kind of want to keep it concise. But I do want to say, what was I saying? Oh yeah, in terms of the courtesy warnings, I don't think that should just be a courtesy. I mean, after the whole process is done, stop, question, frisk, arrest, not arrest, whatever the case may be, that person needs to be aware of why they were stopped in the first place. Maybe they matched the description of somebody. It just they need to understand what's going on in their community, why they're being stopped. I mean, whatever the case may be, because I mean, these people, the police need to build relationships with communities like this because if shit goes down other places, the community's not going to be very helpful. If they don't like the police, they're not going to be very cooperative in other cases and stuff like that. So it really is important to, build a strong foundation between police and community. So, I mean, while stop, question, and frisk is definitely abused and all that kind of stuff, I don't think it should be necessarily done away with. I don't know what the kind of legislation they're pushing for right now. I mean, I know there's two ends of the spectrum. People really really oppose it, and people like Michael Bloomberg and Ray Kelly, the police commissioner, who I have no problems with. I'm not saying I do. I have no issues with him. I'm just saying this is what their stance is. They really think that nothing needs to be done, nothing needs to be changed, and I don't really feel that way personally. But I feel like there needs to be some changes made. I can go on for a list of other changes that need to be made to this strategy. But I'm gonna stop that right now, and I want to hear you guys. What do you think? Have you ever been stopped? I want to know that in the comments below. Have you ever been frisked even? What do you think of stop, question, and frisk? Do you think something needs to be changed? Do you think it's fine the way it is now, or do you think that it should be, done away with and something replace it, or whatever you think, whatever you feel is necessary in this situation? So leave your comments below. This is my return video. Hopefully you guys like it, and I'm still relevant in society right now. So here's hoping. Please video post.